Hi and welcome back. I'm excited to be sharing with you my first bullet journal of 2020 as a final flip through. So as you can see, I did not end up setting up the front page at all. I used my index a little bit, but not much. And my word of the year. This grid spacing chart, I thought it was going to be helpful, but really did not turn out to be that helpful for me. This annual goal setting, though, did turn out to be helpful. Some things, of course, have had to be shifted, but overall, this has been really useful. As always, my sort of year at a glance over here, moons, and then my future log. Both versions were really heavily used. I even used some of my further future log of August through December. Bookshelf made some progress. I definitely have some books up there that I either won't finish or, like this one I thought was an audiobook, but it turned out it was an ebook, so I couldn't listen to it while I worked. So I don't know if I'll actually read that one. I never finished setting up my cleaning plan. And then my writing tracker, I ended up using a monthly writing tracker instead and just completely forgot about this annual overview. My check-in chart worked great like normal. And then my tarot for the year, I ended up not going in and journaling like I had planned, to sort of follow up on each month and what actually happened each month and how it may or may not have tied in with the card of the month. This, I am very pleased to say, I finished biking from Bagan to Rivendell, which was 458 miles. Most of those, you can see starting right here all the way to the end, were done in May, which I was very pleased with. Next is my garden, and I tipped in this little sketch of how I wanted to lay out the garden. I have started some seeds, but haven't actually really gardened as much as I intended. And then this I left blank for more notes on garden and has not been used. And then that jumps straight into January. In January, I was trying a slightly different gratitude, and then I did try this weekly style here. Yeah, this is a better example of it, with the habits at the top, and then meals, and then to-do list. And then I have collections of meal ideas, and then some information on macros and calories. And test daily notes. As you can see here, a lot of times I make my notes for the day in cursive. Here's my first tarot draw for the year. And then slightly more decorative weekly. First blogging notes section. Notes from my writers group. And then I left this open. Oh, cat appearance. I left this open to document a trip, which never got documented. And speed this up. This one I was really excited about, but then I got sick right after setting up this spread, so I didn't get to use it. I was really bummed about that. As you can see, these blank pages here were what I would have used at the end of January if I had not gotten sick. Moved into February. I was really pleased with the way the February theme turned out. Another page I left open for notes did not use, and then a really poorly used gratitude log. I started out with being sick. You can see my first note is not having to go to the hospital. It's the first thing I was grateful for. Then blog ideas, some almost Kanban style up here of tasks that need to be done. And then you've seen it a few times so far, but this weekly right here pretty much stays the same for the whole rest of the journal. Another tarot, other writing notes. And you can see occasionally I add in some trackers down at the bottom or doodles. March. Sorry for the cat ear. This I left open for notes on traveling that I was supposed to do in March, but because of COVID and quarantine, I did not do that travel. As you can see, my gratitude log in March was basically empty. More notes, more dailies. As you can see, I'm just popping in, oh, as you cannot see because there's a cat here who's taken over. Sorry. Okay, so let's try this again. As you can see over here, just as I got to things, I added in some notes. Another tarot. This I tried doing the weekly on one page, but really just did not like the way it worked out. Gave it one more chance with my notes for meals under the bottom. And then here I took some notes on a writing workshop I did. April. Really didn't like the way April turned out. Oh well. This was the first month I did a mood tracker. That was interesting to see. And I added in my gratitude to my tracker starting here, and that really made an impact, I think. And then I'm back to my 2-page weekly. This was fun with a stub nib pen. A little bit of water. Could have been coffee, actually. And then for this full moon here, I actually did 2 different tarot spreads. Put notes on those. I liked the way this turned out with the, it's not actually black behind there, if you can tell with the shimmer. It's a purple fountain penning that sheens to green. So when I wrote over in silver, it looks like purple. More dailies. Here I started an eating regimen and worked out some meal plan information. Another tarot draw. Some notes for a book. And then to May. I liked the way this combination tracker cleaner page worked. And then I don't think I showed this, I added this in later. This was a biking and a writing tracker. The dots were how many words I wrote, and then the bars were how far I biked on my exercise bike. Another tarot tracker. And then some brainstorming for edits and a first draft. Made a list of things to do during quarantine. And then, because I was, as you can see here with my teeny tiny days, really kind of struggling to work on some daily tasks, I made a time bar for quarantine and what to do in the evenings because I was getting overwhelmed. And here you can see the weekly. I have my tarot draw, my exercise, and then my food under there. for my dinner, I should say. Collection on health, collection on edits, and dailies. And you can tell over here when I started reading the bullet journal method and my dailies suddenly grew from this length. No, this is when it started over here. So you can see dailies grew from like, I don't know, 4 or 5 items to much longer. And you can also note because it changes to a dot instead of a circle. And then this is the last week of May in this bullet journal. Then here I have a tarot draw, and then an exercise from the bullet journal method, more dailies, notes from Tarot-thon, more notes from Tarot-thon, and then a few blank pages before a little bit of planning for my A6 Bujo. And this is Rivendell to Lothlorien. I ended up scanning it in and sizing it down to put in my A6. Continue. And then after that, it's just sketch pages and test pages. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me with this flip through. I hope that it was interesting to you, or you at least enjoyed seeing my cat for a few minutes. Blessed be.